Hello students, let's start the Mughal power. In 1526 CE, that is Common Era, the Sultanate or you can say Sultanate of Delhi come to an end. Mughal power was established there. Okay, 1526 ला काय झालं? सल्तनट्स ऑफ जे सुलतान होते ते come to an end and Mughal power was established there. Babur. See, Babur was the founder of Mughal power. He was the king of Farghana in Central Asia in today's Uzbekistan. He had heard of the wealth in India, so he planned an invasion of India. बाबर कोण होता? बाबर वॉज फाउंडर ऑफ मुघल पॉवर. मुघल पॉवर एस्टॅब्लिश करणारा कोण होता तर बाबर. ही वॉज द किंग ऑफ फरगना इन सेंट्रल एशिया विच इज टुडेज उझबेकिस्तान. He heard about the wealth in India. Wealth in India, सोने की चिडिया म्हणत होते. भारताला पूर्वी सोने की चिडिया म्हणत होते. म्हणजे एवढं ऐश्वर्य होतं की इथले पक्षी सुद्धा गोल्डन होते. So he heard about that and he heard about wealth in India. So he planned an invasion of India. The reigning Sultan of Delhi at that time was Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Lodi was the Sultan at that time. Daulat Khan Lodi was the governor of Punjab under the Sultanate. There is a governor of Punjab whose name is Daulat Khan Lodi. The relationship between Ibrahim Lodi and Daulat Khan Lodi was strained. Strained म्हणजे काय? Not friendly. They are not friendly. Under the Sultanate, strained. Daulat Khan Lodi invited Babur to march on India. To attack on India, Daulat Khan Lodi invited Babur. Taking this opportunity, Babur invaded India. Invade म्हणजे चालून गेला, चढाई केली. कोणी? बाबरनी. To repel Babur's invasion, repel means to send back. To send back Babur's invasion, Ibrahim Lodi started with his army. To send Babur back, Ibrahim Lodi started with his army. There was a battle between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur on 21st April 1526 at Panipat. There was a battle between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur on 1526. In this battle, Babur made use of an artillery effectively for the first time in India. In that battle, Babur used artillery. Artillery means heavy gun moved on wheels. We can say तोफ. तोफ तुम्ही पाहिली असेल सिरियल मध्ये वगैरे, पिक्चर मध्ये. That is artillery. Effectively for the first time in India. He defeated Ibrahim Lodi's army. This is known as the first battle of Panipat. First battle of Panipat होती. After the battle of Panipat, Rana Sanga of Mewar brought all Rajput kings together. There was a battle between Babur and Rana Sanga at Khanua. Babur's artillery and reserve force played a key role in this battle, and Rana Sanga's army was defeated. Babur died in 1530 CE. ह्या फर्स्ट बॅटल ऑफ पानिपत नंतर राणा संगा ऑफ मेवाड brought together all Rajput kings and they decided to fight against Babur. But again Babur has artillery and he used that artillery and reserve force against Rana Sanga's army and he defeated Rana Sanga's army. After that Babur died on 1530 CE, that is Common Era. After Babur, Humayun 1530 CE to 1539 CE and from 1555 CE to 1556 CE ascended the throne. He was defeated by Sher Shah. Sher Shah established the Sur dynasty in the throne of Delhi. After Humayun, Akbar ascended the throne. After Humayun, Akbar ascended the throne. There was a battle between Akbar and Hemu. Who is Hemu? Hemu means Hemchandra Vikramaditya. Okay. Hemchandra Vikramaditya was a Hindu king who previously served as a general and chief minister of Adil Shah Suri of the Suri dynasty. Okay, there was a battle between Akbar and Hemu at Panipat in 1556 CE. This is the second battle of Panipat. Akbar's ambition was to bring the whole of India under his one central authority. Akbar wanted to take whole country under his authority. After Akbar, Jahangir, that is 1605 CE to 1628 CE, become the emperor. After Akbar, Jahangir became the emperor. During this reign, his wife Nur Jahan played an active role in the administration. Jahangir was followed by Shah Jahan 1628 CE to 1658 CE. Shah Jahan 1628 to 1658 CE as the emperor. The next emperor was after Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb reigned for a very long time. After his death, that is 49 years, near about 50 years, half century. After his death, the Mughal Empire became weak. After Aurangzeb's death, the Mughal Empire became weak. Now see about Akbar. See, Akbar was the most powerful king. Akbar was the most powerful king of Mughal dynasty. When he tried to bring India under his central authority, he had to face oppositions. Maharana Pratap, Chand Bibi, Rani Durga Devi struggled against him. Their struggle is noteworthy. Okay, Akbar was the most powerful king of Mughal dynasty. You can see Akbar in movies like Akbar Jodha and all. He was the same king, Akbar the Great. He wants to get entire country under him. He had to face many oppositions. there was many other great leaders in country like Maharana Pratap, Chand Bibi, Rani Durgavati and others. They struggle a lot against Akbar. Their struggle is also noteworthy. So let's start. We will see now Maharana Pratap. After the death of Uday Singh, the Mewad's existence. After the death of Uday Singh, Maharana Pratap ascended the throne of Mewar. He continued the struggle for Mewad's existence. Till the very end, he struggled with Akbar to maintain his independence. He has become immortal in history due to his qualities of valor, courage, self-respect and sacrifice, etc. Okay, after the death of Uday Singh, Maharana Pratap ascended the throne of मेवाड. म्हणजे उदय सिंह हे महाराणा प्रतापचे फादर. ही इज द फादर ऑफ महाराणा प्रताप. आफ्टर फादर्स डेथ महाराणा प्रताप ascended the throne of मेवाड. थ्रोन म्हणजे राजाचं पद and ascended म्हणजे विराजमान झाला. ओके, he became a king. He continued the struggle for Mewad's existence as Akbar wanted to take control of entire country. He also wanted to take over Mewad. Mewad is the kingdom of Maharana Pratap. But Maharana Pratap struggled with Akbar to maintain his independence. He has become immortal in history due to his qualities. He was here are some qualities are given. He was a fearsome warrior and excellent war strategist, and he protected the Mewad region against repeated attacks. Not only one attack but repeated attacks from Mughals. Okay. This is the picture of Maharana Pratap, and Maharana Pratap was born in Hindu Rajput family and his father was Uday Singh and he was the Maharana of Mewad. Chand Bibi. The Mughals attacked Ahmednagar, the capital of Nizam Shah's kingdom, in 1595 CE. The Mughal army put the fort of Ahmednagar under siege. Siege means attack. The Mughal army put the fort under attack. Chand Bibi, the capable daughter of Hussain Nizam Shah of Ahmednagar, bravely defended the fort. At this time there was an internal strife. Strife means disagreement. But this disagreement is internal, not external. There was an internal strife among the factions of the Sardars in Nizam Shahi's kingdom. जे निजामशाहीचे सरदार होते त्यांचेच ते विरोधात होते. This resulted in the murder of Chand Bibi. Later, the Mughals captured the fort of Ahmednagar. But the Mughals could not bring the entire kingdom of Nizam Shahi under their control. Okay. सुल्ताना चांद बीबी कौन होती ही? Sultana Chand Bibi was an Indian Muslim defender or warrior. She acted as regent of Bijapur and regent of Ahmednagar. Regent, what is regent? The regent, a person appointed to take care of particular region in absence of king. If the king was sick or if the king was minor, then somebody took care of that particular region, that is who is regent. Okay, she was having quality of bravery, political expediency, modesty, and Chand Bibi resisted the Mughals repeatedly. Mughals repeated attacks. Mughals attacked repeatedly and Chand Bibi resisted those attacks with courage. But she was murdered by Mughals. Here, when internal strife was resulted in the murder of Chand Bibi. And after her death, the Ahmednagar fort was captured by Mughals. Okay, but the Mughals could not bring the entire kingdom of Nizam Shahi under their control. Chand Bibi. Chand Bibi was an Indian Muslim regent and warrior. She acted as regent of Bijapur as well as Ahmednagar, which is Ahmednagar is currently in Maharashtra. Next, Rani Durgavati. Okay, Gondwana can broadly be said comprise the eastern part of Vidarbha, part of Madhya Pradesh to its north, and the western part of today's Chhattisgarh, northern part of Andhra Pradesh and western part of Odisha. हे सगळं मिळून काय? That is Gondwana. That region called Gondwana. Durgavati, born in the dynasty Chandel Rajput, became the queen of Gondwana when she was married. She was the excellent administrator. The struggle of Gondwana Queen Durgavati against the Mughals is important in medieval history. After her husband's death, Durgavati laid down her life while fighting against Akbar, but she did not surrender. Rani Durgavati was the ruling queen of Gondwana from 1550 until 1564. She was born in the family of Chandel king, who was the Rajput king. ही त्याची चंदेलची राजकन्या होती राणी दुर्गावती. She was married to Gondwana's king. गोंडवानचा किंग होता त्याच्याशी. She was married to Gondwana's king and became queen of Gondwana. After death of king, she became queen of Gondwana. She was valiant, beautiful, brave, and great administrator. She sacrificed her life against fighting with Akbar, but she never surrendered against Mughals. Okay, Durgavati of Gondwana. And Rani Durgavati was the queen of Gondwana after marrying. After married, she was married with Gondwana's king. After the death of king, she was become queen. Okay. Akbar was well versed and vigilant ruler. His religious policy was liberal and tolerant. He gave equal treatment to people from all religions. He founded Din-e-Ilahi by incorporating noble principles from all religions, but never compelled anyone to adopt Din-e-Ilahi. अकबर कसा होता? एक उदार राजा होता, विजिलंट उदार असा राजा होता. त्याने कधीही रिलिजियस धार्मिक बाबतीमध्ये तो लिबरल होता, स्वतंत्र होता त्या लोकांना. त्याच्या काळामध्ये कुणालाही कुठल्याही रिलिजनची जबरदस्ती करत नव्हता राजा असून. There are 5 topics remaining in this lesson. Aurangzeb, conflicts with Ahom, conflict with Sikhs, conflict with the Rajputs, and conflict with Marathas. Okay, we will see these in next video. Till then, bye.